Here we are, Tuesday, May 12th. Let's rock our kindergarten day, everyone. And let's stand and say the pledge. And then today we're going to be focusing on two of our poems about Martin Luther King. And then when we first learned to do subtracting number sentences in kindergarten with the snowman poem. So let's stand and get ready to do our work, and I think we're ready for a great day. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, kindergarten, take a look at our poem today. And our poem, when we look at the bottom, we can see we were talking about Martin Luther King and his dream that all people would be able to get along no matter what color of their skin or what jobs people did. And do you remember in kindergarten when you look at these two hands holding our world? Do you remember what you and a partner did? You painted each other's handprints, and then you made them on your own world. And it was a great project where you were teaming up and doing just what our poem message was all about, working together and using your own two hands. And a couple weeks ago, you were working hard with those two hands to do other work to keep our earth beautiful and clean when we were focusing on Earth Day. So look at this poem before we read it. And look at all of the snap words and all of the number words and all of the things we knew in this poem. So many circles, which means we have lots of things we know to read. All right, stand up, get those hands in the air, get those knees ready for crossovers and poem reading. With my own two hands, I can change the world with my own two hands. Make a better place with my own two hands. Make a kinder place with my own two hands. I can make peace on earth with my own two hands. And boys and girls, all of you can do simple little things to make our poem come to life. Every single day, simple things make a difference. So remember that. All right, let's take a look at our handwriting packet today. Another frog jump letter. I start at the top. I'm a frog jump letter. Let the big line drop. I'm a frog jump letter. Jump up to the top. Jumpity jump, jump, jump. Remember, those frog jumps are a big line, and then you frog jump right back. And there's that little curve for uppercase P. When we make lowercase p, down in the basement, up around, and bump the wall. And then find your kindergarten word wall. Search and see P. There are no P words, no names, no snap words. How about some color words? Purple, pink. See if you can find some P words that you can write. And then we're going to, look who's peeking in at us today. Magic C Bunny. Here he is. He is ready to watch all of you. Magic C, keep on going for Q, and don't forget the tail. Qua, qua, Q. Then down here, our lowercase, Magic C, helicopter up, down in the basement and drop the ball. Remember, the ball goes Magic C, helicopter up, down in the basement and drop the ball. So Do your uppercase, do your lowercase, and see if you can come up with 5 Q words to write. That might be a trickier job. Think of money and a quarter. Think of the words we've used in kindergarten to remember that qua sound. See what you can find. All right. And then our next letter, another frog jump letter, R. We sang this song yesterday and we knew it was a big line, frog jump, little curve, little line. Big line, frog jump, little curve, little line. And then our lowercase r, little line. And he's afraid to go in the water, so he freezes right there. He is not going to dive in the water. He knows it's too cold yet. So 5 and 5 and 5 words. Do your best and hold that pencil correctly and make sure your helper hand is doing its job holding your book. Okay, remember the best place we found for writing is laying on our tummies because that supports our arm, our hand can be where it needs to be, and our helper hand can do its job. So it is fine to lay down on the floor. It's actually the best place you can be. So have fun and do quality work there. And then, my dears, remember, every day we want to read, read, read. I sent new books home with you. You have lots of books at your house. You have your poem binder. Which reminds me, we should probably get moving on to our second poem of the day. And this poem was all about when we were learning to subtract in our kindergarten day. With our 5 little snowmen. And do you remember what Mrs. Oberg has clipped behind here? You have your own little snowman puppets you made at home. You might still have them. If you do, you should find those snowmen and pull them out. If you don't need snowmen. You can just use your brain. You could use you could use those black beans Mrs. Oberg gives you, and you could do your work. Here we go. We won't need to stand up for this one unless you want to, but let's see if we can sing through one verse, and then I want you to write that number sentence. 5 little snowmen. 5 little snowmen, round and fat, each one wearing a funny hat. In the morning out came the sun. It looked down and melted one. Let's think about how that number sentence would look. So we had 5 snowmen, right? We know it said we were going to melt one away, so we're taking away or subtracting 1 snowman. 1, 2, 3, 4 snowmen are left. 5 minus 1 equals 4. So today when you're singing your review poem, I want you to work on writing number sentences that go with each verse. And I know you know now it was 5, so now how many were left? Just like it shows. 4 little snowmen, round and fat, each one wearing a funny hat. In the morning out came the sun. It looked down and melted one. 1, 2, 3. 2 snowmen. So I'm going to do 4 minus 1 melted equals 3 were left. All right, you keep doing all of the number sentences all the way down till there are 0 snowmen left, okay? That's your math work for today. And then I want to talk about our next. I'm going to put all of those back away. And I've got, oh my. Oh my, what is this? What in the world? And then kindergarten. What in the world? We better investigate this. Can you help me read this sign? I've never seen this before. And then this big, giant something. All right, let's take a peek. Help me zoom in here on these words. Oh, we know this. Dear Kindergarten. Yeah, we've written that about 1,000 times this year. Help me sound it out. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Ooh, let's read it again. Fee, fi, fo, fum. Uh-oh. I think there was a visitor in kindergarten, and I'm starting to think I know what this is all about. It looks like it might be a footprint of a giant. Let's see if we can read this whole message. Here we go. There is lots of measuring to be done. Can you find things that are longer than my footprint? So this is the giant's footprint, and he wants us to measure and find things that are longer than this giant footprint. Do you think you have things at your house that are longer than this? You're going to need to make a giant's footprint. You make it however big you think a giant's footprint should be. This looks like it's made out of the back of a garbage or a grocery bag. Maybe you have some of those. Let's keep reading. So, what things are shorter? Sincerely, the giant. There's still more. P.S. Is anything the same length as my footprint? Oh my goodness. So here is what your job is. You need to make a giant's footprint. You figure it out. Then it says you need to measure and find things that are longer than the footprint. What things are shorter? And then, is there anything the same? Now, boys and girls, you can do this pretty easily by just taking a piece of paper. And I'm going to use my big chart paper just because that's what I have. And you can make, first of all, make your footprint, and then do this. Make a little graph, okay? And we need to find what's longer shorter, oh, ER again, and same. Okay? Longer, shorter, the same. And then you need to go around and do some measuring. Take that footprint and measure. And then either draw a little picture of what's longer, or you can write the words, sound it out, stretch out your sounds and write what you see that is longer, shorter, or the same. Now, another great place that you can do this work is in your journal. So today, your writing is going to be math writing. Now, Mrs. Oberg knows we used clipboards a lot in kindergarten to kind of move about and keep our papers organized. So you might, if you have a clipboard at home, might want to use the clipboard to keep all your supplies on as you're wandering around. Head outside if you can. See what you can find outside to measure. And then, right here, What's the date? 5-12-20. What would the title be? What am I doing today? Measuring, or could you write giant? Well, I know it's a G. Giant and giant. Giant. Foot. Giant foot. And then go ahead and wander around and do your measuring. You could also have a recording sheet like this and then come back and do math writing in your journals today. So your job is math writing today. We are realistic writers when we do math writing, and so that's what I want you to work on. Have fun, and I hope those magic seeds that you planted are not causing any problems at your house, but just some fun with that giant's footprint. So have fun measuring, have fun recording, and be amazing math writers today. And then our next job is going to be kind of a job that I'm going to talk to moms and dads about, just to tell them about something in your packets. So inside your packets are my assessments that I did for uppercase, lowercase letter writing, and number writing. So I put my master in there, so it's out of order for each one of them. And then there are just blank sheets for them for uppercase, the double line writing. So the way this works is we use them just like our big double line. So if you were saying the letter R, they would write it on the lines like that. So everything is there. If you want to just do some checking on your kids and see where they're at, this would be a good week to maybe try it out and see what you think. If not, if you want to do it in the summer, and like I said, whatever works for you. But just wanted to talk about that those are there. So have fun measuring today, have fun working today, and I know you're going to love all of our stories. Thanks, guys.